All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to Contractors Mastermind 2020 edition. My name is Gino. I got Brett here on the line. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Gene.
Hey, man. So real quick, first question, kind of first thing to get us started. Introduce yourself, your business, what you do, how long you've been in business, and I'll kind of let you run with that for a second.
All right, my name's Brett Taylor. I'm out of Raleigh, North Carolina. We do decks, screen porches, and sunrooms mostly, specializing mostly in decks and screen porches. Been in business since '98. We started off kind of doing a little bit of everything, and then just kind of started specializing in decks and screen porches, and that's what I like to do. And I've been doing it for a while, and I still like it, so it's a lot of fun.
Forgive me. My thing took me to another link when I was hearing you out. Did you mention where you're out of?
Out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Cool, cool. So you've been in business for a little bit now. Tell me, what was up to this point? What have been some biggest challenges for you and your business overall when you were starting that you noticed leading up to this point?
Well, I think the biggest challenge for me was obviously getting your name out there, but getting the clientele that wants to spend more money. They want the better quality materials. They want the nicer designs, that type of thing. When I first started, I had the clientele that they just wanted something, didn't really care about the materials. They just wanted something. So finally I got to where I don't build anything without, or anything less than a premium kiln dried lumber. Gotcha. Is all we use.
So you're pretty specialized then.
Yeah. Cause what I found is it's just not worth it. They'll call you back after a year or two and complain about the boards curling or whatever, cause they're wet. And even some we put down with screws, and they start curling up, and there's nothing I can do. Can't warranty the lumber, but I try to do my best and make it right by them, but you can't replace all of it. So I was like, you know what, the last one we did, I replaced a few boards. He called me a couple months later, said some more were curling, and that was the last one. I'm not doing any more. I'm not doing any more right now with wet lumber. Right.
Well, that's pretty awesome that well, it makes sense. It makes sense long term, like why, if you can shorten your headache with a little bit more of a premium up front, you deal with it's awesome.
Absolutely. It makes all the difference in the world. You'll get more life out of the deck, and it's just a prettier end result. It could be the most basic design, but the lumber's so clean, it just looks way better.
And it lasts longer. That's
absolutely.
So is that, it kind of leads into my next question. If you were to start over from day one, would that be the major thing you would change, or like, would there be anything you would have changed kind of on the front end of things moving into it? Or, like a lot of people say, I wouldn't change anything because it kind of gave me the lessons that led me where I'm at today.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I could. So when I first started, I was struggling, and I was doing whatever I could, to get business. And then as my reputation grew, then I could be a little more selective in the jobs I took. So, and now with the work that I do, or that we do, the quality and the materials that we use, it's just the reputation is a lot better. And people already know the price range based off of word of mouth,
I hear you. What size of like an operation you got going right now? Is it pretty decently sized, or what does that look like?
No, I'm still small. I'm also work for the fire department here in Raleigh. Gotcha. And I have 2 other firemen that work with me and 1 full-time person, and I need another one. And then I have a framing crew that I use from time to time. Gotcha. At one time I had 2 crews going. It just didn't work out well for me. So kind of backed off and downsized a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm able to be on every job and get it kind of the way that I want it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Man, so coming into, some of this is kind of revolved around what's been going on currently. Like, what's your 2020 look like, and how's stuff with COVID-19 kind of affected you guys, or has it at all?
Man, if for me, it's increased the call volume tremendously. It's unreal.
Yeah,
Um, I'll get a few calls a week and a few emails and a few text messages through Facebook um, each week. Just about every day that I'm off from the fire department, I allot morning and afternoons for estimates, and that way it allows me to work during the day.
right.
And just about every one of my days are full for the next 3 weeks, just doing estimates.
Where?
And and another thing is so busy, I ended up having to hire a part-time person just to do permits, just to take care of the permit process for me.
Goodness gracious, that's awesome. I mean, that's a good problem to
Yeah,
have.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm not complaining. With construction, it can always go the other way, but
Yeah,
it's and that's a huge relief on me, being that I'd rather be on the job than sitting in a permits office or sitting in front of a computer.
right.
So it works out. It works out well.
That's a great problem to have. It's
Yeah.
man, not many people could say that for themselves, but I'm happy to hear that personally. Have you noticed like any difference in how you do your work, whether it's estimates up front to the work on the back end, in terms of like navigating stuff with the COVID stuff going on? Or, like, because I know some like roofers, for example, they've been doing stuff with like virtual estimates that kind of just give a brief range beforehand. Or, I know I talked to a moving and relocation guy who so they're doing a lot of their stuff online as well, and they're able to do that. Have you even looked into any of that, or is that even on your radar?
I
Yeah.
I haven't. One, I think I come across better in person than I do like over the computer or over text message or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I can sell myself and my work better in person.
Hmm.
Really, the only thing different is I don't go in people's houses anymore.
Right.
I walk around, um, and then of course nobody's shaking hands. We're all keeping, trying to keep 6 feet apart, which
Yeah.
does make it a little bit difficult when you're trying to show pictures and give examples. Um, I don't I don't I don't see how I could do it with all the options that are in screen porches or decks and different stuff you could use and do, and give them the ideas and design options
Right.
virtually. I send a lot of people to Facebook um, and to get some ideas, but it's nice to see the house and talk over designs.
Yeah. Makes sense. Every industry is a little bit different on like minute details of what goes into it. Some are a little
Yeah,
bit specialized, some are a little bit more hands-on with the customer and kind of walking them through that process, whereas some are just like a little bit more straightforward. I don't know, depending. um you said your phone's been blowing up. What is that all? Is everything based referral wise? Or are you doing anything? You mentioned Facebook. Has the internet played in any of your marketing or bringing in new jobs anyway?
uh,
Or what's that
absolutely.
like?
Yeah, absolutely. So all the business I have anymore is personal referral
Yeah,
and Facebook. But the word of mouth is it's absolutely phenomenal with the internet, between all the different neighborhood sites and was it
yeah.
Nextdoor app and all that, and then it just kind of directs people to the Facebook page as well.
Mhm.
It's been wonderful for me. No more of the monthly payments to the yellow pages,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Do you use services like Home Advisor or anything like that, or is it all just strictly?
Yeah, it's all strictly word of mouth. It's all in Facebook.
Yeah,
Um, they have the different pages through Facebook where people will ask for a reference for something, and I'll have a lot of past clients and other tradesmen that I work with that'll recommend me
Gotcha.
for those jobs.
So, if a customer had to choose between you and 3 other businesses, what makes you special? What would differentiate you? I know you mentioned like you focus very much on like the specialized work with the wood they use and the decks that you build. You know, is there anything else that differentiates you from other contractors?
I think a lot of people like the fact that we're firefighters that mostly that do the work. So I think they like that. I think they like the fact that that I've been around for so long, and that they know somebody that referred me personally. You know,
Okay.
so that definitely helps. Um, and I think a lot of times, depending on the job, um, people have certain ideas in mind, and I get really excited about certain ideas, certain design features that we offer. Um, they just and if people want to do that, I start getting excited because it looks so good, and I know the pictures are going to turn out awesome, and the customer's going to be super happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We started doing the barn doors are the big thing now.
Okay.
Uh, and inside people's houses, like to take the bathroom door and make it a barn style door.
Yeah.
Um, well, we figured out a way to do that with screen,
Oh,
and
wow.
we use outdoor barn hardware, and we make screen doors, so you don't have the storm door or a swing and screen door if your space is tight.
Yeah.
We can do the barn style door, and we can seal it off with weather stripping
Mm.
that looks really nice, and it's working out great. People are really liking it.
It's awesome.
Done, yeah,
Yeah.
we've done four so far this.
Ah, everyone's gonna look like they have a barn on the back. That's awesome.
But I mean, it's a full screen door. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it sagging, and you can't get a wooden screen door that's not going to sag.
Yeah.
And the other option is a storm door or a aluminum screen door.
Gotcha.
And if you want a wood look and you want to stain your stuff, it's just kind of takes away from that.
So this question's a little more, is a little, I mean, it can go a bunch of different ways. But if you go back 6 months to a year and kind of prep and plan for this time with the COVID stuff, would you've done anything differently? Like a lot of people mention like there's not really much like I could have done, but some people do have different thoughts around that. Like, man, I wish I would have done X, Y, Z, or focus more on my internet presence or focus more on building up my team to handle all the business. Like, what's that been looking like for you?
That would have been nice. I would have liked to have I've got some more people and done that a little, and definitely built up my team.
Yeah.
That would have been beneficial. Um, I think it's just luckily people are waiting for me. Um, so right now it's not too much of an issue, but it could
Right.
very well become an issue very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, the fulfillment side of things, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The American way, man. You want it right now,
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm. Well, does this look like something that you mentioned that you downsized because of quality of the work that was going out. Do you think, are there any plans for you continuing to go back to that place of upsizing, or do you want to maintain where you're at, and try to, what is that looking like? Long-term goals, next benchmark for 6 months, a year, 5 years, any thoughts around that, or,
I would like to scale up some. I'm getting older, and I'm not going to be able to do this forever, but I certainly enjoy it.
yeah.
So if I can get some more people around me that enjoy it like I do, and we can build, it leaves me to where I can do more of the design and help out when I need. That's where I'd like to be.
Right.
Just to keep building, but just not be the actual one swinging a hammer
Yeah.
every day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, how can you leverage yourself, but also the quality of what you bring to the table, you know, just making sure that other people are doing that as well. I think I lost
Absolutely.
you there. Kind of froze up on me. It might be my end.
Oh, did you? How about there?
We're good. We're good.
All right.
So this is my last question. It's kind of a fun one. Any advice, thoughts, rude remarks, comments for anyone who may be listening, you know, who might be in a similar position or who might not be doing so hot, or just whatever you have, thoughts wise, comments wise, rude remarks wise. Some people just got to get it out there.
Be honest,
Yeah.
regardless of if you mess up, be honest. If the client messed up, be honest. If a sub messed up, be honest. Just communicate and be honest, and that'll be the biggest part. If you did something wrong, fix it. You know, if you don't have the money to fix it, then do it on your own time, by yourself, get it fixed, and that'll go a long way for your reputation.
I hear you. I hear you. Slow and steady, man. I get it, but with integrity. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Well, Brett, thanks for hopping on the call. I'm going to end the recording here. Give me 1 second.